teach you how to tape your foot properly for plantar fasciitis. I'm going to be using white athletic tape for demonstration purposes, but usually you should always use Lucchio tape. This is the good stuff. If I use this in a demonstration, it's pretty much the same color as my skin, so you couldn't really see it that well. Alright, this is another taping method that I'm going to go over. I think it's very beneficial to most people with plantar fasciitis. What it does is supports the arch by putting tape underneath the arch. What you do, a straight piece, you bring it to your ankle bone on the other side, right about there, and then you bring the tape all the way up to the other ankle bone, that big old protuberance right there, and then you cut it until you have that. That's the first one. Then the next one you're going to do is crisscross like this. You can pretty much put the tape on the other side wherever you want, but this side should start going over the foot like that until you have that. And then the next piece of tape is going to be going. The next piece of tape is going to be going from here all the way to the other side. You don't want it to be too tight for this piece though. Till it's like that. And then for the final piece, you're going to start from underneath the arch, then you're going to bring it up all the way around, over the foot to the outside portion, and then under again, and then finish at the bottom, like that. The first kind of taping method I'm going to go over is from taping from the ball of the foot up here, all the way to here, and from here to here. You can use 2 pieces, or you can use 3, or you can even use one on the side over here, depending on where your pain is. If your pain is on this part of the foot, you want to give it more support on this side. If you have more pain on this part of the foot, you need to put more tape and support on this side. First, I'm going to start with the lateral portion, so the pinky toe side. For this side, you don't have to really bend the foot, keep it very neutral. Put it all the way back, like this. What you don't want to do is pull back and then tape, because then it won't have any tension for what you need to support. For the other side, the ball of the foot, what you need to do is you need to pull back the big toe, put the tape right there, and then bring it right behind the ball of the foot. See, right there. And then from behind the ball of the foot to the heel, you want to keep it nice and taut and stretched. Put it down, and then rub it down into the skin. If you feel pain behind the ball of the foot or in the front of the foot underneath the toes, or any pulling in the arch area, you really need to re-tape. That means that you did it wrong and you just have to redo it again. If you really want the tape to stick, you need to wash your foot off with soap and water. If that doesn't work out and it's still not sticking, you need to use rubbing alcohol and use it all over the foot wherever you're going to tape. Be very careful with taking the tape off, because you will rip a lot of skin off and start bleeding if you take it off too fast. This is really not good when your heel's hurting and you have a big old cut on the bottom of your foot, so make sure that you go nice and slow.